So, I've been working on something I haven't been filming too much. This is a treehouse planter for a customer, a friend. It's for his anniversary for his wife. He wants a gnome down there inside of a door, so I think I'm going to actually carve that gnome out of there and carve like a real 360 gnome, because then they can put it wherever they want by the place. These are lots of work, so I got the planters all. These are for succulents, right? So when I do these planters, succulent planters, like the one I did for myself, I carve the planter in. Then I have to carve really deep underneath here because it needs a drain hole, right? So the water can drain out under here. You can see I did it. So there's 3 planters, 1, 2, 3. So I did it under that one really deep, so the drain hole will be here. And you got to make sure the water will flow off because this is an outdoor piece. Same with this one here too. Carve deep, so drain hole. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of do a time lapse. I'm not filming that much on this project just because it's too much work in a short amount of time. But I'm going to carve these shingles, and so what I'm going to do, so this is like a Chinese gabled roof, right? So I'm going to carve here. These are going to be ridge caps up here, like a China cap. Then I'm going to get my saw, and with my saw I'm going to put it as low as I can to the wood and go like this underneath each course. I don't want to do a straight cut in, then come, well I might do a straight cut, then come in, but I think I'm going to try and just do, because these shingles don't need to be that thick, right? So if you just use the tip of the bar and get your saw down, let's see here, let's go to the other side. So pretend this is my bar, put it as flat as you can go against the wood and just go like this with the tip of your bar. That should give you a nice angle for the shingle. Then I'm going to pull my my grinder out with a flap sander on there and then sand them smooth, because you will get a little cut bump there, and sand them smooth. Then I'll use a little burr to, like a little Dremel tool to separate each shingle and put the lines and stagger them like bricks. But I just want to show you guys what I've been working on, kind of. Anyways, then he wanted a wood spirit up here. I will be using the new Stihl MS162 with a 12-inch steel cannon, with a 12-inch steel carving bar on there, 50 gauge. These bars come in 2 different gauges, 50 gauge, which is thicker, and 043 gauge, which is thinner. They both fit the same sprocket. You need to get a new sprocket if you buy this saw. You need to get a quarter pitch sprocket. So quarter pitch, 50 gauge for the thicker one, or quarter pitch, 043 gauge for the thinner one. Thicker, thinner. Yeah. Carry on. Looks like it's that time of year again. So for you beginning chainsaw carvers, you can see here how I went along. You can see here where I didn't touch it with the chain, it's a little bit rougher. The sharper you have your chain, and the more you let your chain do the work, the cleaner it's going to cut. So now I don't even need to get my flap sander out. I got both sides done. Now I'm just kind of debating how I should separate each shingle. I think I might use the Dremel bit, the 125 bit, and burn it. Because, well, yeah. Okay, I'm going to use my flap sander like this right here with the 36 grit. Just like going like this can help give a little bit of an undercut underneath the shingle. And I'm just going to round things off around the corners, okay? All right, now you can see how clean it is. Now I gotta carve the shingles in. Just when you do your shingle, I'm an old shake roofer. I did it most of my life, well, my earlier life. So you gotta stagger them like shingles. Here is the center of the wood. I did my best to make it. Let's look over here. Yeah, so you can see there's a little crack there, so it's gonna crack down here. But since you've carved all in here, and this is closer to the middle than the back, I think you're going to get an easier chance of cracking it here. So the fellow that I'm carving this for, I got to talk to him, and I think it's a good idea to do a relief cut in here all the way down, and it will have a less chance cracking in the front. But anyways, I've fried so many friggin' Dremels. I fried my Dremel 4300. I've been using this piece of junk. This thing overheats 2 minutes. The handle gets super hot. This is not something. This is something I've not shown in a long time. Here's the Dremel Advantage. I don't know if they make these anymore. This does come with you can get a flex shaft that comes with these, but this thing spins at, well, I don't want to read how fast it's, yeah, 35,000 RPMs. So, and this takes the 1/8 bit. So here's a Dremel 125 bit in here too. I don't suggest turning this up full blast when using it, because these are not meant to, I think these are meant to spin at 20,000 RPMs. I'm not too sure. So this is, once again, this is a Dremel 125 bit. This cuts and burns at the same time, but the duller it is, the more it burns. So sometimes when you're using this, it hits a grain and it can go wobbly, but you know, he said he wants everything. Okay, here's another thing too. So I could get my chainsaw, do little cuts in here, and then burn it, then sand it. But when you burn a roof like this, you lose your sharp points. You want your shakes to have, you want them to be sharp, right? If that makes sense to you. See how sharp those are? Pretty sharp. Anyways, I'm going to cut these in now. Put your dust mask on. It's going to get smoky. It also has a speed control. Obviously. I like this way better than the Dremel 4300. It's got a lot more torque and way more speed if you want it to have. Did I say what I'm going to do with this log? Put my hand here for reference size. But you see, this is, the tree grew up this way, and this was a huge branch that came off it. So this part might be, I don't know if I said it, this part will be the bottom, so it can sit flat on here, spin it. But anyway, so now the roof is done. The roof is done. And there is your cedar china caps. Boom. So they go in this way, then they come in this way, then you got your center. Normally there would be two shakes here overlapping each other, but that's okay. There's your roof done. I don't think I'm gonna carve any more on this today. And here's the other side. So I think I'm probably gonna leave this video here. Like I said, I wasn't planning on filming too much, because I like to film and have the video out within a day or two. Let's close the door so you can get, now you can see it better. So branches, planter. This will all be a tree down here. I got to carve that gnome off. I'm going to carve that gnome off. I'll carve a door in there, and then my friend's wife can put the little gnome wherever she wants to put it. Anyways, I might, man, it's friggin' warm out today. Not too bad though, but I might get my is this thing filming? I might get my PV, roll this log over and skin it. So just wrapping up for the day. Came in my tent and went around back to open it up to get some airflow through here. So it's not so friggin' hot. But I seen up here, We got a wasp nest! Yeah, we got a wasp nest!